and we don't have any other substitute for petroleum yet in terms of national income, which we're thinking about. They didn't break the jinx in terms of taxation and other sources of income. But I think for now, we still have to depend on oil as a major source of income. What am I saying, therefore, is that apart from the basic thing we see in petroleum, there are other addition that comes with refinery. It creates jobs. It creates a lot of other byproducts, which comes to help. What stops us from this country to now take over refining crude for West African countries or taking the lead for African countries? What I'm saying, you have comparative advantage. What we talk about comparative advantage, this is where we have, God has given us as our strength.
Yeah, but Mr. Osarenkho, people are also afraid, that the effect of this could, the way prices work in Nigeria oftentimes, sometimes when they go up, they never come down. No. Especially when it comes to transportation. People who take public transport will tell you that oftentimes if there's a hike in the price of petroleum products, the taxi driver or the bus driver, they never bring down their prices, whenever they're talking about transport. Do you think that this fear can also be, can be addressed? The effect of this, of removing subsidies, especially in the short term, for those who are, still take public transport and even have to buy foodstuff from the market. How do you think it can be addressed?
I think it will be a deliberate plan to transit, not just this cut and nail approach. What I'm saying, you want to do this, you work towards it. I'm happy that people like Aliko Dangote has taken the lead to do something like a refinery, private refinery. That he is doing that maybe because he has access to a lot of funds that he can do that and subsidize for Nigeria. But in the true sense of it all, we are subsidizing the West African countries around us. I don't think you are getting what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm getting you. Yeah. But I'm asking you already, I think you've hit the nail on the head for me. You say that certain things must be done. So what must be done if we're going to take away subsidy and take it easy on everybody?
Thank you, man. What I mean, you have a strategic plan. You want to do something in about 2-3 years. You start a gradual removal, phase removal, whatever, and then target a particular period where you have to take it fully. You know what I'm saying? That way, you encourage those who invest to now know, this country has a plan to get this out. Let me start building refinery. Refinery is not a thing you do one day. You take about 2 or 3 years for you to get it up and running. So, by that way, there's some kind of trust and confidence in us. A lot of investors will come into this economy before you know it. And they start this thing all over the place, and before you know it, there will be competition. The fear you have, competition drives down price. I don't know if you imagine that. What I'm saying, once we have a lot of modular refinery, or even big time competing with different, the beauty of this country is population. I've said it here several times. And if we have population and we have disposable income, a lot of things can actually go side by side and make us make more money. So when we say the country is broke and making the whole thing too difficult for us, I think it's very, very painful. And to see that we are in a state like this, when we have some asset that can be used to further jumpstart this economy and let it move. And we keep talking about corruption, all it. We don't. I know corruption is evil, but you don't even do corruption the way we're going about it. You must put a system in place that will checkmate those corruption. And the single treasury account, that's a very fine system. I thought we'll look at every other aspect and put in place that would, rather than taking head on, other people are copying you and they are doing the same thing as we are going about it. So my suggestion is that let's have a strategic plan to face out this and then give people the encouragement to say, okay, these people are serious now. Let's see that in the next 1 or 2 years they would have gotten out this stuff. And then we will now start investing. And you see, before you know it, there'll be petrol everywhere. We can take over a West African state, take over everywhere by way of, and it creates jobs for our people. It makes the economy vibrant and stronger than just where we are. We can't take, remember I came here and said, you can't take what God has given us from, just take it, sell it, and share money. That's what I think is wrong with this economy. I hope you got one analysis. You take what God has given us, crude, the way it is, we just sell it. And that's why people are selling. People believe, let me just steal my own out of the crude and take my own share of it. That is doesn't make sense to me. You know?
Very quickly,
Yes.
a closing word from you. There's this move
Yes.
by the government to take off subsidy in the days to come. They're hoping to go back to 97 naira per litre. What are those words you'll be talking to when you address people like the labor union and so many others who are already kicking to say there's nothing good in the removal of subsidy the way you have seen it?
Yes, all they will do is come out with a plan of an action plan, sell it to the labor. Look at the benefit you're going to gain by this. You're going to create more workforce. Labor will be happy to see that people who are unemployed are employed. And then if you are able to sell those things to labor, I think it will be a good thing to sell. And I also believe that in terms of other things that come along with refinery comes along with power, comes along with other things that we're looking at now. So many byproducts, which will further help. It creates markets, it creates employment, it creates liquidity, it creates the cash flow we're even talking about. It creates it in foreign exchange where you're looking at from one source. When you have a multi sources of income, it makes it better for you to run.
Eddie Osarenkho, financial consultant, many thanks for speaking with us. We do hope that we'll come back to looking at this matter. And even when the president is done presenting his 2016 budget, we'll look at that again bit by bit. Thank you again for joining us.
I'll be glad to be here. Thank you.
It's a wrap on the show today, and we have been able to hear from the Army spokesperson concerning the clash between the Shiite movement and the Nigerian Army. We do hope that we should be able to get to the Shiite group to tell us their own account of what transpired in Kaduna State and how best to keep the peace in Nigeria. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Well, thank you for watching, and we will keep our promise on taking your comments, more of your comments. Thank you for your contributions as well. I'm Maokbe Ogun.
And thank you for letting us be a part of your morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Neo Taibwe.
See you again.